Hi there, I'm Birgit O'Connor, and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to be painting a pink flamingo. We're going to keep it very simple, and basically it's like an S shape coming down for the head and the neck, and then we're going to put a banana nose on it. So it's going to be very simple, so you can actually just draw it out yourself, or if you're interested in the line drawing, I'll put a link in the description below. So let's get started and have some fun. So basically all it is a great big S like that, and put a back on it. And then we're going to leave a little space between those two and make another S just like that and bring it down. Let's find the eye just like this, and a banana. Something like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and fill that in. Now, if you want to fill it in with a pen, you can, but we're going to work with some color. So basically, once you have your line drawing on the paper, it can be with a permanent Sharpie marker or just with the pencil. We've got that in. You can also use any watercolors that you like. So if you have a kid's set or if you have professional grade colors, you can use that. But here, we're really just trying to have fun. So let's go ahead, fill the inside of the neck of our flamingo with just clean water. Let's mix together a nice bright pink color, put that in along the pencil line, and allow that to run and spill into the clean water. Now that's really probably the most fun of this, is watching that color move. Now the color is not going to go beyond where the water is, so that's how we're going to get a very clean line. And if it's not moving, just add a bit more water inside the head and the neck so the color can move. And if you need to, wiggle your brush. Now I don't want all my color to run and turn into one big blob, so I'm going to paint around the eye and around the banana nose, into the body. Then I'll continue to bring that color down around the back and let that color run. Just have fun with it. It's really simple. And if you want to change the value, which means lighten the color a little, just use a bit of water. I'm going to take some of that same color with a little orange on it, or maybe a little yellow, and add a brush stroke to the nose. And to make this interesting, I'll do another one. If you notice, I'm going to press a little harder on my brush and then taper it so it's not exactly the same size. And if you find that your flamingo is getting spotty or getting some blooms, you can always soften the color with a brush stroke or a little more water or even a little more color. Then before I do anything else, I think I need to let this dry just a little. And if you need to speed up the process, you can go ahead and use a hairdryer. Now the reason why I want to do that is because I'm going to take some black or a very, very dark color close to black, and then along the bottom of the nose or bill, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. Now I'm just going to fill in the tip and taper the edge with a little line. And then for the eye, I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with a little yellow so it really stands out. Let that dry a bit. And then with a tiny bit of black, I'm going to come in and put the very center of the eye in. Now if I want to give it more personality, I'm going to try to use a smaller brush and make a little U shape. That way it's going to look like it's got a little sun shining on the eye. Now once it dries, it's going to look a little light, and I want to make this a little richer in my color. To really make it stand out, using the same basic magentas or pinks that you're using, just in a darker value, meaning more color, less water, and go along the head, the top and bottom, and just put some color in there. And then with a damp brush, just soften the edge. And the reason why I want to soften the edge is so that way I have a two-tone effect and it doesn't just look like lines. It's going to look softer. I'll do the same thing around the neck, on the inside, and along the back. Now that way I don't have to put color in everything, and it makes it look a lot more complicated than it really is. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and that you learned something new. So until next time, have fun and happy painting.